Tonight, Donna Paul and the revamped Toronto Triumph look to score the franchise's first win, while Philly eyes a perfect finish. Next on LFL Friday Night Football. Coming to you from Sun National Bank Center in Trenton, New Jersey. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Dorr. Tonight, the Philadelphia Passion take aim on an undefeated regular season, while the Toronto Triumph look to make their case for respectability after ending up on the wrong end of two blowouts. Alongside my partner, Sean Salisbury. And Sean, the Passion have steamrolled through the East so far this season. There's no reason to think this runaway locomotive will end anytime soon, right?
Tommy, Philadelphia may have the most talented roster in the league, but you wouldn't know it because the Mary Rose Roach Show takes center stage each week. Roach is not only the team's star running back and statistical leader at quarterback, but she leads the team in interceptions on defense. Some league insiders consider her a lock for the league MVP this year. And in all my years of covering football, and that includes playing in and covering the NFL, Tommy, I don't know if I've seen a more dominant player in her league or anybody else's league than Mary Rose Roach. Let's just call her the ticket, because she alone is worth the price of admission.
I like that. Sean, another weapon for Philly is safety Jenny Butler, who enters tonight's game second in the league, 18.5 tackles.
Question is, can Butler and Philadelphia's second-ranked defense continue their dominant play and ride the wave of momentum into the playoffs?
For a look at the Toronto Triumph and their talented quarterback, Donna Paul, let's go to the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Lauren Gardner.
Well, thanks, guys. Well, Toronto's had a little bit of a turbulent first half to their season, including a major roster overhaul that's really blurred the team's outlook. But out of that emerged a strong leader and quarterback, Donna Paul, whose strong work ethic off the field has really helped in shaping this blue-collar identity for this first-year team. Now, I'm not going to say that Paul's numbers are impressive, but it's really about the intangibles with her. She's leading the team in rushing and passing yards, showing that she's the most consistent player on this team's offense. Now, she's going to be the biggest threat to Philly's defense, so look for them to maybe have Butler spy her. That's probably going to be their biggest threat. Guys?
Thanks, Lauren. Well, it's time to lace them up. Can Toronto pull off a shocking upset, or will Philadelphia dominate once again? Kickoff's coming up next. Welcome back to Philadelphia. Let's go inside the Passion locker room where head coach Chandler Brown addressed his team just moments ago.
From the door, let them know there's a difference between us and them. We're different. Kill everybody from the start. Every single person on that team should be in pain. Don't let them think they can play with us. Instantly, take them right out. Hurt people. Hurt everybody.
We're seconds away from kickoff, and Lauren Gardner is standing by with our two offensive signal callers.
Thanks, guys. I'm alongside Toronto's quarterback, Donna Paul. Donna, the odds have really been stacked against you guys so far this season. What do you need to do against a team going up against the #1 ranked team in the league in order to stay composed?
I think we have to do everything that we practice, right? But we also have to take some chances, and we have to be willing to be brave to get in there and get our hands dirty and hit some girls.
So do you have a quick shout out?
Yeah, I'm going to give a little shout out to my dad. It's his birthday today. Love you, Dad. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Dad. Thank you so much, Donna. All right, Christy Bell. Christy, despite being an MVP in all fantasy game, you've seen relatively little playing time so far this season. You didn't play really at all. You didn't start last game against Baltimore. Why is that?
I just ended up hurting my shoulder earlier in the season. I was trying to play through and it just wasn't working out. So Coach Chandler made the decision to take me out for a little bit, give me some rest, get some therapy, do what I had to do, and I'm back. Let's see what we got now, you know? We're gonna try out.
She's back in the saddle. All right, thank you so much, Christy. Good luck. Guys, we're ready for some football.
All right, Lauren, let's get it. Sean, what are you doing down the sideline?
Don't cheat me out of my abs, Tommy. I can get back up here and put my suit and tie on. And don't kid yourself. Claus and I are about to get after it. It's December, and we're ready to roll in Philly.
Be a December to remember. Tonight's MGM Resorts International Betting Line. Philadelphia listed as a 20.5-point favorite and 63.5 the over-under. My goodness, that's a lot of points, partner.
I'm going to go with the over.
Yeah.
Because Philadelphia seems to do that on a regular basis, Tommy.
All right, Heather Roy ready to kick off. Katrina Trabulsi back deep to receive. Philadelphia looking to go undefeated in the regular season. Toronto looking for a win. Here's the opening kick. It'll be taken by Trabulsi at about the goal line. She'll bring it out across the 10 and gets out near the 15, 16-yard line. We're a little blocked off on that sideline. but she's right there, and that's where Toronto will put it into play.
Tommy, this is a Toronto team. Remember, between games 1 and 2, they had a complete roster shakeup, coaching shakeup, had some things they had to get done, and this team has done everything they can to get ready. Right about now, Tommy, truthfully, they should be almost in mini-camp mode.
Right.
So, but a lot of credit. They're coming out here competing. These girls love to play. It's going to take them a while, and there's your girl, Tommy.
Yep, 78 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception, quarterback rating about 85. Donna Paul has been there from the start. Looks to roll out. She's looking long, and the pass is knocked away and incomplete. Nice defensive job by Philly, and it'll be second down. Let's take a look at the Toronto offense. There we go. Crystal Hall, go-to receiver. She leads this team in receptions. And Divine Burton, a TD reception in the debut, and a weapon in that red zone. She can catch that football. Second down and 10. Paul barks out the signals. Pitches it back. Trabulsi, she's in trouble and going down in the backfield. Shanae Thomas right there. And Toronto starts in a big hole. Robertson, first start on D, auditioning for more playing time. And Butler is one of the top defenders in the game. 18 tackles already on the season. Third down and 12 now. They've thrown once and run once, Sean.
And Jenny Butler, Tommy, to talk about her, will play both sides today in this football game. But she's third in the whole LFL in tackles. So she, from her secondary position, has great drive on the football.
Paul puts a little motion going to the right side. There you see it from behind. Looks down the right side, stares down the receiver, and the pass is overthrown. And she really did stare down that receiver, Sean.
Tom, while Donna's got some veteran age on her side, she's still only in her first season as a quarterback in this league, and she really is the heart and soul for Toronto, Tommy. She really is, but it's not like she's playing against a bunch of hacks in Philadelphia's defense. And when you're playing, I've been in this situation, Tommy. You play against a good defense, you have a tendency to want to go back to what you do, lock on because you're afraid of making a bad choice.
Huge fourth down early in the game for Toronto. If they don't get this, it is Philly ball right there, and look at that. Trabulsi right up the middle, Perfetto right there on the tackle, and Philly has got it knocking on the door.
They are so good, Tommy, up front. When you got Shanae Thomas, and you add Robertson, who plays center and done a great job on the offensive side on center, playing middle linebacker on defense, and Angela Perfetto will be all over the field. And she doesn't get a lot of credit because of the big names, the Roaches and the Butlers, but she can flat out play. And here comes Christy Bell in that offense.
Christy Bell, who's replaced for a time, had some injury issues, but is back now leading this team. Bell gets motion coming to the near side. Handoff. That's Heather Roy. Look at Roy just bull her way into the end zone. Touchdown, Philly. Oh, my.
Tommy, this is an offense that's relied so much on Mary Rose Roach as a quarterback, as a running back, delivering newspapers, handing out food.
Selling programs.
Now, Christy Bell was the All-Fantasy co-MVP, but had some injuries to her hand, and then she gives it to Heather Roy. Tommy, they're going to use more of Heather Roy in the backfield today.
Which makes sense because Roy can run. They've got so many weapons. Speaking of which, Mary Rose Roach, 100 yards rushing a game. She can do it all. And for Lauren LaBella, look for Philly to try and get her a little bit more involved tonight. LaBella can be a star in this league. 2-point conversion. It's the Wild Roach rotation, and Mary Rose Roach is in for the 2.
LaBella, Robertson, Roy up front. Rose gets all the credit. They've become the most dominant line in the LFL.
It's a terrific team, highlighted by the MVP. Heather Roy powers the Philly offense to the early lead. 8-0 Passion. We'll be right back. Back here in Philadelphia, looks hot out there. Kind of hot in here, Sean.
Now, been a mild fall, Tommy.
It has. Hey, buddy, Toronto's got to answer now. You don't want to get behind and get buried right away.
Well, especially on the road against what I know they're the number 1 power ranking team in football is Philadelphia, but I think they're clearly the best team in football.
Yes, right
you
now,
can give all the power rankings and votes you want. Offensively, defensively, and what they do with their weapons are the best team in the league. Toronto, Tommy, long way to go. They have got to respond now.
Here's Donna Paul. Paul, a handoff early and going nowhere. That's Bonzak. who just had no room whatsoever. Philadelphia line is owning this game.
Well, you know, the matchup, you've got to get some push if you're Toronto offensive line. And, you know, I know the excuse of we're a new team, but, you know, when the game starts, we can't have excuses. You got to line up and you either get pushed into a corner or you fight your way out of it. And when you're not winning on first down and it's 2nd and 9 and 3rd and 10, you have no shot against Philadelphia. It's tough enough to play them when it's 3rd and 3.
They ran on first down. Let's see if they'll throw here. Paul wants to, now lets it go long, and that was nowhere near anybody except one receiver named Mary Rose Roach, who plays defense.
Yeah, and Mary Rose Roach has 3 picks on the year. We can talk about her offensively. She's one of the great defensive players in the league. Nice job, but you stare it down. Now there's the miscommunication process. You got the wide receiver thinking she's pulling up on a little curl route, and you got Donna Paul thinking she's throwing a go route.
Right.
That's the part of the inexperience without the camp that they need. But you also got your coaching staff's got to put a foot on your rear end and say, let's get going and get on the same page. That's your job in this league as a player and specifically as a coach.
Paul. Now going to roll out to the right side. She'll get across the 15, out to about the 19. Jenny Butler hit her hard. And now a little pushing and shoving after the play's over.
Angela Perfetto jumping in on a little of the action. And Donna Paul, Tommy, as you see her here, she really is, if she doesn't do anything, they've got no shot. And you got to love her, Tommy. Last time we saw her play, tough, gets after it, fight and scratch, and she's not going to let anybody bully her, which I like, because Philadelphia, not only can they bully you, Tommy, they are the bully of the block, but they can kind of remind you of the old Philadelphia Flyers team, the Broad Street Bullies.
Oh, there you go.
The hockey team, they kind of take on that personality, but they back it up with great talent, great play.
Now Paul has got to throw it. It's 4th down. This is a critical situation. Starts to run. Now waves a receiver down the field. Throws, and it's caught. Katrina Trabulsi is there. 1st down for Toronto, and that is a huge play.
That combination right there, whether it's catching it out of the backfield or running it, Paul to Trabulsi, has to happen, Tommy. Nice job by Donna looking down the field, realizing they had to throw it. She went through the options, 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's get back to 4. Scan the whole field and put it on Trabulsi and gave her a chance in the 1st down. Those are the things that are going to happen because they can't line up and just pound you time and time again to beat you. Toronto's got to do something special.
Paul puts motion going the other way, now rolls. Little pitch pass goes to the right side and going nowhere. Trabulsi had no chance. You can't out-quick Philly. What do you got, Lauren?
Well, guys, for Toronto, they may be down by 8 points, but so far on the bench, they do not look shaken. I spoke to their head coach, Don Marchioni, before tonight's game. He's heard the David versus Goliath comparison, and he said, hey, I really don't mind it because last I checked, David won, guys.
They may not be shaken, Tommy, but they look stirred.
Paul fades, rolls out to the right side, little flip pass, and that goes into the 3rd row. Nice catch, sir. And he'll pass it back, so it's incomplete. And now 3rd and 10.
Well, it's too bad that wasn't a female.
Yeah.
Jump on that field and put a uniform on. You know, smart play by Donna. Donna Paul throwing it away, Tommy. The last thing you want to do is keep giving short fields. You know, they did it last time, 4 and out. We don't punt or kick in this game unless it's an onside kick and you're down at the end of the game inside of 2 minutes.
And it's 3rd down now, 3rd and 10. Paul fakes a handoff, looks, now rolls out to the right side, steps up, throws, and it's incomplete, but we got a flag, and that may be one of the first pass interference calls we've seen in 3 years, partner.
And I'm not so sure it was pass interference if that's the call. I got to see if the body arrived there before the ball did. I thought the timing in Philadelphia's secondary was great.
Hear what the official has to say. Well, that's called, so it is 1st down for Toronto, and now, agree or not, Toronto now has got a little something going here.
Take what you can get. Our job is to call it and question it and see what happens.
Exactly.
It looked to me like Philadelphia had great timing on it, but if you're Toronto, take those yards and those 1st downs any way you can get them.
Donna Paul now has got her team knocking on the door.
I love her leadership skills, Tommy.
Oh, yeah. 1st and 10 football at the 8, 1st and goal. Handoff goes to the left side. Bonzek's going nowhere. This Philadelphia defense is just terrific.
Great job getting to the football. I love this. See, now they're creating a new line of scrimmage on the other side. You see what I'm saying, Tommy?
Yeah.
They're getting to the backfield before the running back even gets started. Perfetto again in the backfield, and they're not allowing Toronto to get headed north and south. And if you do that and make them try to scrape and bounce, the athleticism in Philadelphia and the Passion secondary and their linebacking core is too good, and they're too disciplined and too well coached.
So it's second down now. Football at about the 13th, second and goal. Quick pass goes to the right side, and that's caught. Rowe has got it, and she gets down about 8 yards on the gain. Mary Rose Roach on the tackle, and that's a nice play for Toronto again.
No question, Tommy. I'm not so sure you don't want to try and shorten this game. And what I mean is stuff like this. Catch, move, tackle, clock running. The best defense you're going to have in this one, and if you can keep them under 50, congratulations to you.
Yeah.
The best defense you have is keeping Roach and Christy Bell and that group standing over on the sidelines and Jenny Butt.
So now it's third down, and it's Paul on a keeper, and look at this. She's going nowhere. How well do they read this, Sean? We've been talking about Shanae Thomas. She read that perfectly.
Great job by Shanae Thomas. So powerful. Their lower bodies, her and Perfetto and Jenna Robertson, are so strong, Tommy, that they leverage. It's a game of leverage.
Yeah.
Whether it's NFL or college or high school, it's low person wins. And right there, Thomas wins, pushes them back. Now, if you're Toronto, you cannot get down into the red zone and not come away with points. You just can't, because Philadelphia will strike one play and go the distance.
And that's what they're facing right now. It is fourth down, fourth and goal. Paul on a keeper came out of the right side, and she is going down. She had two problems. Number one, she had to throw the football, and number two, she didn't get in the end zone.
And number three, Tommy, is there was a mess up in the backfield. Again, not on the same page.
Toronto threatens, can't score. Philly there on the defensive stop. We'll take a break, 8-0 Passion. We'll be right back. Back here in Philly, and the Passion with the football. Defensively for Toronto, Kay Rowe, coaching staff's got real high thought process on her ability to lead. And Marie Villagonzola, a very high ceiling prospect for this Toronto team. Well, we know Philly can score in a hurry. Christy Bell looking long, throws, and it is very well defended and incomplete.
That'll be the question about Philadelphia. If you can stop their run game, can Christy Bell or Mary Rose Roach throw the football down the field or in that short intermediate passing game like Salerno or KK Matheny or Nikki Johnson do?
And the question for everybody is, can anybody do that? I'm not sure they can. 2nd and 10 now. They've got one throw out of the way. Here's a handoff to Roach. Comes around the left side, makes a nice cut. Look out! She could be gone! 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia Passion, and Mary Rose Roach, the MVP of this league, takes it to the house.
If you think this is Groundhog Day whenever you watch Philadelphia, it is. Yes, that's Mary Rose Roach. Yes, that's clearly the most valuable player in this league. Yes, that's the woman who's first in rushing yards. She's averaging 8.6 yards a carry, which makes her second in the league. But considering the number of carries, she might as well be first. And then look at the breakaway speed and power. You're going to try to tackle her with one arm? Good luck.
Nice little hitch there, too.
Just a nice stutter step. And Tommy, she goes from 0 to 60 as fast as anybody.
Going for two here. It's the Wild Roach formation. Look at the blocking. Sean, you and I can run that baby in.
What did I tell you about this offensive line?
Yep.
You got to think you can send all three of those girls up front, Robertson and Roy and LaBella, and send them right down to the all-fantasy game because they open the hole. Look at this. It's almost as if Mary Rose Roach is shocked that there's that much room to run. Toronto, you got to get a body in there regardless of how good Philly is, or it's going to be a long night. We're looking at 60, 65, 55 type points in this game. Unreal. This thing. We're watching a machine. And judging from what Chandler Brown says, he hasn't changed up anything.
No,
he said he's not doing anything different.
Yeah.
That he's saving some real stuff for the playoffs. Playoffs? Saving the real stuff? If this isn't the real stuff, the real good stuff, then I got a white beard and a red suit on, Tommy. Just like the guy in the stands during pregame. Unreal.
Toronto looking for some answers here. 6:37 left, 16-0. Passion with the lead. Handoff. Trabulsi comes around the left side, and there is no room at the end. There is nothing Toronto can do right now running the football east and west.
As much as we mentioned Rose on offense, guess who's in on defense on this one? Angela Perfetto. Every time, Tommy, she's been on every doggone play now. She's running, she's hungry, and you cannot beat them at their own game. Come at them, Tommy. Come at it. And you know what? If you get down too much, throw every down if that's what it takes.
Got to do something. Paul looking up the field, now rolls out to the right side, wants to throw, does, nice pass, nice catch. That's Burton who's got it, tackled by Perfetto. Your girl again in on the tackle, and here's Toronto in Philly territory.
Angela Perfetto will cover a lot of real estate throughout this game. But there's Divine Burton right there. Tommy, last time we covered her, she was great catching the football and really good on defense. Here she gets a nice pitch and catch from Paul, moving on the run, puts it out in front of her where she can get it, and no defensive player can make a play. Those are the type plays you need if you're going to compete with Philly.
First down now. Paul steps up, throws. Kind of the same play, only she waited just a little bit too long, it looked like, and that one goes incomplete.
It's obvious to me that Donna Paul is far better when she's on the run throwing the ball. She feels more, and we see a lot of NFL players like that, college players, that once they break that tackle box and get outside of the perimeter, they feel more comfortable throwing it. And then they get the run-pass option, and Donna Paul is clearly better at that right now.
Second down, 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Paul fakes the run, steps up, throws, and that one was just dropped. Had it for a second, but just could not hang on. It's incomplete. So Lisa McCrary right there with the defensive stop.
All fantasy corner and playing against K-Row. And what happens, Tommy, is if you can't get a deep ball by these girls, like in any good secondary, they start to squeeze you.
Right.
Start to squeeze you. And don't be shocked if they squeeze so much and the ball gets intercepted on an underneath throw.
Paul has thrown twice now on this possession. Handoff, Trabulsi comes around the right side. Look at this defense. My goodness, this front three and the linebackers are just dominating. Jenny Butler there on the help of the stop. Butler, who came in late on this team, has been a real positive surprise.
Yeah, you think? She's good on both sides of the ball, Tommy. What an addition. Oh, ho-hum. She compulsively limping off. Taking the hit. Again, just domination up front. It's almost like the offensive line for Toronto's non-existent. They're getting pushed around. Must respond. Got to get something going.
Another 4th down and 10. Paul fakes the handoff, steps up looking long, and there's nobody there. It's incomplete, and Philly has held again.
Tommy, did you see the receiver break the route off again? Ray, receivers are breaking the route off, and Donna Paul's throwing it down the field. So I'm not sure who's not on the right page. Maybe those twins, but they got to find a way to understand concepts of routes and what they're doing to give Donna a chance and the receiver and Donna to get on the same page. Philadelphia turns it over on downs, Tommy. Yeah, just what you need. Give them the ball and get in good field position.
That's all Philly needs. Bell fades back, looking, steps up, throws one down the field, and Whitney Paranis is right there. She's got it inside the 10, down at about the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for Philly.
Now here's the difference, Tommy. Bell underthrows it. Nice job at least giving her girl a chance. Now watch Paranis. Comes back to the football. She runs by, comes back. It's easier to go fast and come back, and like you see receivers do all the time, come back on an underthrow.
And we'll come back to that in a second. 1st and goal here. Handoff goes to Roach around the right side. She'll get 2 or 3 taken down, and it'll be 2nd and goal right there. Now finish your thoughts.
As opposed to having to run and catch up to a ball that's an overthrow where speed comes into play and you're just not fast enough to run it down. And you see receivers making catches all the time. Look at Roach's numbers, 35 attempts for 300 yards rushing and 13 TDs, which is monster this year.
Christy Bell, 2nd and goal. Quick pitch goes right side. Tyra Lusby, nice cut back. Lusby right down by the goal line. Goes down at about the 1 or 2 yard line. And Lusby kind of working on that shoulder a little bit.
Yeah, another major weapon for their team, Tommy, on the perimeter. Getting her the ball in her hands and let her go. It's the first time we've called Tyra's name. And hopefully it won't be the last because she's an explosive football player. And you know what I'm saying, Tommy? You see that underthrow, that back shoulder throw all the time.
Right.
If you'll do that, because corners get lost. Toronto's got to add some of that to their repertoire. And here again, jumping out to a huge lead if they can score.
3rd and goal. It goes right to the Wild Roach, and Mary Rose Roach takes it in. Touchdown, Philly. Roach doing a few push-ups to celebrate. Philly in control here at home.
Unbelievable. Sometimes you don't need to say anything. Just watch, folks.
Look at the blocking. I mean, we talk about it so often. You find a chink in their armor.
You can't find one. It's too bad you don't have like a telestrator.
Right.
Where you can draw it up but you don't even need one in this league because with these three, these girls up front are dominating so much. They're pushing them 3 yards deep into the end zone.
Going Wild Roach again for the 2-point conversion. Gee, I wonder which way they're going. She has to dance outside, and still, did she get in? Yes, she did. 24-0 now. Philadelphia Passion with the lead. And Sean, the train is rolling.
It sure is. And Tommy, when you got the 11th ranked overall defense in Toronto and the #1 rushing team in football in Philadelphia, this is what happens. And you turn the ball over on your side of the field and downs, give it to them, impossible.
2-minute warning, Philly 24-0 lead. We'll be right back.
This is Friday Night Football.
24-0, Sean. What does Toronto do here? What can they take out of this? What can they get going?
Tommy, I always believe in situations like this when you're getting your backside handed to you and you're not a good football team, you're playing against the best, change it up. No huddle. Let's keep going. Increase the tempo and make Philadelphia chase you.
1st and 10. Paul looking long, looking down the field, and just overthrew her receiver. She was wide open down the field, but just a little overthrow.
Yeah, Tommy, it's obvious that this is not an adept passing game. Donna's great at making things happen. Now they're trying to speed it up a little bit.
2nd and 10. Yep, they're going a little no huddle. Paul gets it. Quarterback keeper comes around the left side, and Shanae Thomas is right there on the stop, gain of 5. Make it 3rd and 5. Thomas is one that you and I talked about all season. What a difference.
It's incredible when you can free up the Jenny Butlers and Jenna Robertson, who's starting inside a middle linebacker, and Perfettos to run around when your defensive line controls the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5. Now Paul rolls out the right side, and that pass is deflected and incomplete, and nothing's working for Toronto.
Tom, if you're me, if you ask me, if you're Toronto, we talk about speeding it up, but if you're Philadelphia and you want to continue the blowout, this team is not good at throwing the football from the pocket. Blitz them. Blitz until the referee tells you can't.
4th down now. 4th and 5. And here comes some pressure from Philly, looking down the field, and it is all caught and dropped. She had it in her hands, just couldn't hang on, incomplete, and Philly takes over on downs again.
And it's a short field, and you've got an explosive offense. And here it is, Donna Paul again in the pocket. Okay, this one at least gives a receiver a chance. Got to come up with those.
Pretty good throw.
You hit 2 hands. Hit you in 2 hands. You got to come up with that play, especially when you're down 24-0 in a chase mode. Those are the plays you have to make special.
So Philly obviously looking to send a message to everybody with 1:41 left. They can score in a hurry. 1st and 10. They've got it in great field position at the Toronto 19-yard line. Bell hands off. That's Jenny Butler. Comes around the right side, inside the 10, down at the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. Wow, what a run by Jenny Butler.
What a nice little sweep play. And getting Lauren LaBella pulling from the left side. Does a great job of sealing the outside contain. Watch LaBella now, Tommy. Comes there, pull. You got that angle inside. But see how LaBella seals off and allows her to get the Jenny Butler to get the edge? What a great job technique-wise by Philadelphia's offensive line. And about to score again and pouring it on.
1st and goal, comes around the right side, and she is in, but hold it, we got a flag down. Flag came down, and that's kind of in the area of holding, but yep.
I'm going to tell you it's not going to matter. Okay? I'm going to tell you that they're going to move him back. And until you can prove to me, if you're Toronto, and I know, like I said, Tommy, a team that was put together late with some changes in the roster, and they're playing their heart out.
Yeah, exactly.
But you still playing your heart out's one thing, but you still got to have technique. Even if you're not talented as the other team, you can play better by technique, by being in the right spot. That's the coach's responsibility to get you there and you to follow up on it.
1st and goal now. Handoff goes to Butler. Terrific blocking. Butler cuts back. Touchdown. Jenny Butler with a great cutback, and she's worried about the defender after that collision.
Yeah, help them up, because you're beating them so bad right now. You might want to help them up so we can play the second half. When you watch Butler hit that hole, did you kind of look like you're watching Mary Rose Roach?
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch the underneath handoff, the explosive. Put the ground, get up inside, untouched till about the goal line. Great push up front again by the best offensive line in football. And a nice job in looking to go for 2 again, Tommy, to extend this dominant lead with 56 seconds to go. And Toronto's defense calls a timeout.
With 56 seconds left, they're going to have a quick conversation. Chandler Brown congratulates his team. And Philly is every bit as good as everybody thinks, including you and I, that they are.
Yeah, and Tommy, talk about this team for a second. Made it to the LFL championship game last year and got beat by Los Angeles.
When Rose was hurt.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yes, this is a team with so much swagger. They believe they're going to dominate you every time they line up.
Now look at this. So we got a little veer action here. Coming around the left side, stops at the 5, gets down to the 1, tries to cut back, and she won't quite get in.
Well, that's a changeup we haven't seen much of. So that's one little Chandler Brown changeup, but nice job by Toronto. Making a play, prevent the 2-point conversion. There you go. Get more bodies. Good job. Almost a little horse collar, and then everybody run. See, that's how you get to them. You got to get 4 or 5 bodies to them. You can't just have one body coming and making a play. Nice
Sinead
effort
Thomas.
by Toronto.
Yeah, sorry, Sinead Thomas is who was the ball carrier there. Took me a minute to find the number.
That's called reward her for her great play on
Oh,
defense.
my
Let her
God,
play
yeah.
quarterback, get the direct snap. Now, Tom, the question is, do you worry about going down more? No. If you're Toronto, no.
Let's
if
go.
you have any guts at all as a coach, you attack.
I'm not going to take a
56
knee.
seconds is plenty, you bet.
30-0. What? We're going to take a knee for what? I agree.
You can sleep when you get home.
I like that. Fake a handoff. Now she's going to keep it. Comes around the right side. Tried to deliver a little forearm, and Philly delivers a shot. Paul comes around the right side. Perfetta was right there. Did you see the forearm?
I did see the forearm, and they're vicious hitters. They hit high, they hit low. They get more than one jersey to it, does Philadelphia. This is the second, what a balanced team. Second-ranked defense, second-ranked offense overall. They've got tremendous balance. And see, again, Toronto's backfield not on the same page timing-wise. I don't get it. That's stuff that's got to be worked on the practice field, and I know you're fairly new, but you got to get the technique down.
Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7. Now Paul with the keeper. Nice cutback. She's got a first down and more into Philly territory at about the Philly 24-yard line. Donna Paul with a nice little read right there.
Tommy, her toughness, she can play on my team anytime.
Yeah.
I'll find a place to put Donna Paul.
Right.
Because she's guts. She's one of the senior leaders of this team on a team filled with people that haven't played a lot of football. Checking out a wristband, trying to keep this team in the game.
1st and 10. Snap goes over her head. Goes to Decker, the running back. Makes a nice cutback. But, oh, my, what a hit at the end. Wow. Jaleesa McCrary with the finish. And Toronto can't find any answer.
Coming from her corner position. Now, great awareness by Decker, but make sure you're aware of this, too. Jaleesa McCrary. See, this isn't a team that just says our linebackers and safeties are going to hit. Our secondary, our corners are going to hit, too. And that's exactly what Philadelphia does. Got a little timeout on the action with 13 seconds to go. Tom, if you're, people are going to wonder when Philadelphia comes out in the second half, are they going to attack? Oh, yeah. There's a message to be sent to teams in the East. There's a message to be sent to teams in the West. And there's records and stats and all fantasy and a full-blown butt kicking on the line.
There is a new coach out west. You and I haven't talked about this yet. Dave Bishop was just rehired as the head coach of the LA Temptation. It's a guy that flat knows how to win.
One of our favorite guys on the planet.
Oh, absolutely.
Enthusiastic, knows that team better than they know themselves. Dave is so in tune with what's going on. And Tommy, they haven't played their best football yet this year. But I'm telling you, come January and push into February, don't think that LA is going to cower in the corner for anybody. And we could very well see that matchup. Although Seattle and Las Vegas said, wait, not so fast now.
Not so fast.
But Biz will have that team ready.
2nd and 17 now. Paul rolls out. Now she's going to run and gets out just short of midfield, and that should be the last play of the half. Paul couldn't find anybody down the field. And Sean, road to the Eastern Conference Championship goes through Philly.
Yeah, they'll be undefeated, waiting for somebody to come and see if they can challenge them.
30-0 our score at halftime. Locker room stuff coming up. Stick around, LFL fans.
This is Friday Night Football.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. Let's go inside the locker room.
Settle down. You know what? Yeah. Okay? I'll tell you that right now. Good. But you know what? We have so much talent sitting in this room right now. We need to get into this. Our heads into it, our hearts into it, our bodies into it.
All right, let's take a look at the first half highlights. It's all Philadelphia. Great job of the defense swarming to the football. Angela Perfetto and Sinead Thomas all over the place. And then Heather Roy in the backfield, pounding it in. Getting Philadelphia started, and here's the shocker. Yeah, right. Mary Rose Roach starts right, cuts back left. Watch this hesitation move. Whoop! There you go. Hesitation move, gets it into the end zone. You can't tackle her with one arm. And then you put Roach quarterback with a direct snap. She pounds it into the end zone again as the onslaught is on, and then Christy Bell. Inside handoff to Jenny Butler working in the backfield. Kind of looks like Roach gets into the end zone. Total domination by Philly. Let's look at the first half stats. The score's a big one, but more than double the yardage over Toronto. Can Toronto in the second half withstand this, or can Philly beat a points record for the game? We're coming back.
This is Friday Night Football.
All set for the start of the second half. Here we go, partner. Fans are excited. They're loving this 30-0 score. Signini will key the ball up, and Toronto will try and get something going. Philly is, as you said, looking for that scoring record.
They like to call themselves Title Town, don't they? Philly?
They do.
Green Bay has that name, but Philly thinks they got titles in their town.
Kick goes out of bounds, and Philly will have it 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, just give them a little bit more field possession up.
Yeah,
but you know what? At least kick it out of bounds so the girl can't take it to the house.
Because she could.
You're doggone right. Yeah, Tommy, at Green Bay, they've called themselves Title Town. But with all the championships Philadelphia over the years has won, I think that, in sports, I'm quite sure that this Passion team would like to have one.
Oh, sure. Christy Bell comes up to the line of scrimmage, looks over the defense, calls it out. Handoff goes to the second back through. That's Jenny Butler, comes around the right side. Look at that. Wow, what a collision. You normally think the defender's going to win that. Bell not only won it, drove her 5 yards back.
And made sure that she's falling forward when she initiates contact. She's not running away from this, Butler, is it? Boom, run right through, gain another 3 or 4 yards. Now, Tommy, Toronto, after this, needs to go study the film and watch how Philadelphia does their backfield action.
Handoff goes to Roach. Nice cut around the left side. Roach is going to get about 8 or 9. Falls forward. Let's see where they mark her forward progress. It'll be second down and about a yard as Roach is stopped short of a first down.
The perpetual wheel. Give it to Roach. Gain 8, 9 yards. Second down and 1.
Look at
Gain
that
8,
block.
9 yards. Second down and yes, Robertson
Wow.
and LaBella and Heather Roy, they push people around like they own them, and they dominate the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I know we keep saying that, and I
But you gotta
especially
point it out.
But my gosh, it's incredible. 2nd and 1. Bell, little fake, now pitches to the right side. That's caught by Paranish, and she'll fall forward enough for the first down. Nice little quick play.
Counts as a completion. Counts as a completion. Remember this, folks, you never go broke taking a profit. Vinny Paranish is a little bit irritated, I understand. That's another thing Philadelphia does, Tommy. They play with intensity the whole time. There's Chandler Brown, their head coach, and one of the best in the business. Tommy, Chandler looks like he's got some eligibility left himself.
Look at that guy. He is cut.
But he's got these girls there. Their intensity is high no matter if they're winning by 30, losing by 4, which they don't lose much.
Yeah.
But their intensity is so great, and their technique is almost perfect.
Bell fades back, looks left, steps up, throws, and that one is well overthrown and incomplete. Looked like there was some confusion there.
Yeah, and we've seen that on Toronto's side. Now we see it on Philly's side. Fans get a little excited, enjoying a cold one there, Tommy. Here's what's going to happen. If you get a team like a Tampa or an Orlando, someone like that, who can squeeze off that running game.
2nd and 10. Bell with a fake. Now here comes Roach around the right side. She's got a first down and more. And it looked like she went down in a tackle of her head, partner.
Hey, as long as you're not grabbing a face mask or horse collar and somebody, grab them, bring them to the ground. Any way you can get Mary Rose Roach to the ground is a good thing. If you're a defense, great job by Mary Rose Roach. Now, folks, you're out there watching. Well, why is she kind of hesitating? Is she not hustling? No, that's a great job of being patient and allowing her blockers to get out in front of her.
1st and goal. Bell calling out the play. Now comes around the right side, goes back up the middle, and Christy Bell falls forward. And she'll go right to the goal line, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not the way you really want to script it, but you'll take the couple yards, positive yards. Now, if it's me, Tommy, you don't waste any time. Line up behind the gals up front and run right down the middle, hand it off to Roach or Butler and get a touchdown.
Bell, 2nd down. Handoff goes to Heather Roy. It's a nice little trick play, almost like a fumble-rooski. Now look out, it's all out in the end zone.
Ooh, Devine's taking a little bit of a beating.
Ouch. Oh, my. This is ugly, partner. This is a part of the game that has got to stop. And I understand it's football. I understand there's intensity. This has got to stop.
Yeah, and Divine Burton took the worst part of that. And Tommy, what happened is Lauren Labella and Heather Roy took, they took offense to little late punishment. When you're getting beat like this, Tom, the initial thing is you want to fight back. And I like the competitiveness, but you got to get to a point where you're not hurting people and beating up on them and slowing down the game like this. Officials got to get control. Now, I like the kind of little nice call by you, Tommy. Little Heather Roy on the inside gets in the end zone now. Oh, see, that's all Divine Burton started that. If you're Heather, I would fight back. See,
Yeah,
Divine Burton,
absolutely.
you didn't like Heather, you didn't like him celebrating in the end zone, so you give her a shot to the face. Why would you, if you're Heather Roy and the rest of them, and you come crawl into your girlfriend's aid, great job by Philly defending their teammate, I would have too. That should see Divine Burton in a game, Tommy. She should have been kicked out for a shot to the face after. If you don't want him to get in the end zone, I got a good idea. Stop
Now it's against Philly. The
How?
penalty's been called
How?
against Philly. I don't
How?
know.
Okay. Now I saw a different penalty than they saw.
So now the 2-point conversion comes from the 15. Going around the left side, she'll get down to the 5. Oh, what a collision. And I think she still got in.
I'm going to tell you what if she got in, Tommy. And
Heather Roy did.
The score may be a little insignificant right now. Great job by Heather Roy. A little angry getting in the end zone. Tommy, you know what happened? Is that the referees, like always, saw the second contact with the penalty. Here's Roy getting in the end zone. Great job on the handoff. Heather Roy paying back. Who? You want to get in a fight with me? I'll punish you and we'll push you all the way back in the end zone. Good gracious. We've seen Roach, we've seen Butler, and now we also see in the first half and the second half the physicality of Heather Roy.
All you're doing now is making Philly mad. I mean, they're already kicking your ass. You're making them angry now at a bad time. Now Donna Paul fakes the handoff, steps up, looking long, throwing down the field. It's incomplete and almost, it is intercepted. Intercepted by Roach. She'll bring it across the right side, makes a cutback. She's inside the 20, still going down to the 16-yard line. Oh my, what a terrific run after the interception by Mary Rose Roach.
And she plays some defense, makes a great interception, and then turns it into offense. Is why this girl, in my opinion, is the best player I've ever seen in a female uniform, Tommy. Am I correct? This is the best football player I've seen in
by far.
She dominates her league like the great ones in other sports dominate theirs.
Yeah.
She is phenomenal.
Well, 1st and 10 now. Football at the 16-yard line. Handoff. Jaleesa McCrary comes around the right side. She's inside the 5. She's down to the 1-yard line.
You know what Chandler Brown's doing? He's like, your turn. Your turn. We're on our 4th string running back in our all-fantasy corner. Let's put her in the backfield.
And she's still terrific.
Yeah, we'll put her in the receiver, running back. We can run her out of the backfield. We can motion her. We can bring her in. We can widen her out. They're so versatile in what they can do. And that just goes to show you, McCrary getting the carries now.
Well, you wonder if they're going to go back to her for the touchdown now. Comes around the left side, and she is in for the touchdown. Jaleesa McCrary, a name you hear on defense so much, is a terrific offensive player. She takes it in for a TD.
I like the fact that you reward her. Why not? Why not? She plays so great on defense. We've seen Roy and Roach and Butler. Let's get McCrary into the act. That's 4 different running backs that have scored, 4 different people that have carried the ball running it that have scored touchdowns, Tommy. And we wanted to come into this thinking, is this just the Mary Rose Roach show, or could somebody else contribute offensively?
Let's go down to the sideline. Lauren Gardner standing by with an injury update. Lauren?
Well, guys, some unfortunate news to report from the Philly bench. Wide receiver Tyra Lutsby is out indefinitely with an injured shoulder. I'm alongside Dr. David Rubenstein. It's a very rare injury. Can you tell us about what happened? It's also fairly serious.
Yeah, very serious. Our concern is that where her collarbone meets her chest bone, it might be dislocated, and that's a 1 out of 10,000 injury. And if that happens, it could affect the heart, affect the important vessels behind the chest. That could be an emergency that may require surgery with actually a heart surgeon backing his orthopedic surgeon up.
Wow, that's really scary stuff. Is there any chance that it will be be averted, or that she will indefinitely have to get surgery?
Our hope is that it may be a fractured clavicle, but it really does look like a very rare dislocation. So we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Wow, sad news to hear about Lusby. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her and her family, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's a give. Heather Roy goes around left side for the 2-point extra point, and it is good. Heather Roy waltzes in. Oh, it is just a butt kick, and it's all passion. We'll be right back. Back here in Philly, it is all Philadelphia. Maybe not the Broad Street Bullies that Sean and I were talking earlier, but how about 44-zip? And Toronto looking for some answers. Donna Paul looking for answers right there. She reads her script.
Tommy, they've given up 90 points in their first 2 games, and it's getting worse now, meaning Toronto's defense.
Yeah. Little fake on a pitch. Handoff goes to Burton, and she'll get a couple yards. Thomas right there again. She just gets better and better. Not only every game, every play, she seems to learn a little more.
And there you see just such strength in the lower body. Tommy, I'm not sure. We talk about who you defend on offense when you're defending Philadelphia. How do you who do you double team? Who do you double team on this? I mean, how do you attack their defense? They've got a player that's an all-fantasy type player everywhere. Second down.
2nd and 8, and now they got all kinds of problems. A pitch goes backwards, and she's going nowhere, and it's 3rd down.
I'm going to tell you, Orlando, the Tampas of the world, L.A., Seattle, Las Vegas, are you taking note now? You're good football teams, but if you're going to beat this team, you better beat them on both sides of the ball. There you see the replay, Philadelphia all around. And I know Liz Corbin sitting there saying, Sean, I can do it. And Ashley Salerno, and everywhere you look, there's players like this, like Philadelphia, on these other rosters. The key is, can you bring it all together and beat this team in a 2-half game?
Paul's got to throw it twice now. 3rd down. Fade, steps up, looking long, throws, and that one goes out of bounds. She was looking long, but the pass is incomplete. Sean, it's 4th down again. She's got to throw it again, and they're in deep trouble again.
And they're pitching a shutout as Philly's defense is taking great pride in it. Tommy, and like I said, we love Donna Paul's guts.
Right.
We said it, we do. The way she competes. The one thing is that they haven't completed a ball. I'm talking about quarterback to receiver out of the hands over, the one out of the pocket, about 12, 15 yards. They have not hit a deep throw yet.
4th down as you hear Iron Man playing in the background. Football at the 18-yard line. Paul in all kinds of trouble. Throws, and it goes right through the receiver's hands and incomplete. Ouch.
Those are the plays you have to make. That's K-Row, Tom. Little quick out, comes in motion, then runs an out cut.
It's a good throw, right?
You got to catch it. You have to. You got to reward your quarterback, especially when those plays aren't exactly on a regular basis where you got a chance against this team.
Right.
And people, I'm understating how good Philadelphia is. You've watched it.
You're serious?
Yes. What? Excuse me, Tom. They put a frog in my throat. They're so good. They're choking me up.
Oh, my. 1st down, Philly. Bell fakes the handoff, now looking long, steps up, throws, and it is incomplete. Had a little bit of contact down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd down.
The only weakness in their game, the only one, is this here. The ability to, now they'll take chances, the ability to make the completion for the big home run down the field. Now they can throw a 3-yard hitch.
Handoff goes to Butler, comes around the right side, great blocking up the field, and Butler just accelerates inside the 10, down to the 7 or 8 yard line. 1st and goal, Philly.
Who needs to throw the deep ball when you can do that, Tommy? What I was saying is they'll kill you with that hitch route. They catch it 5 yards and run it, or a slant route, but they run it so well, they haven't had to worry about completing the deep ball. But I'm telling you, at some point, that's going to have to rear its head in the playoffs.
Bell. Hands off again. It's the same play. Here comes Butler. Cuts back on the inside. Touchdown, Philly. Jenny Butler has put on a show tonight. Butler celebrating with some of the fans, and the Jenny Butler show is on a roll now.
Who you like? You like Butler? You like Roy? You like Roach?
Yes.
Pick a winner. All I know is Butler gets in the end zone on that one and has become a workhorse in this game. Well, we got a little fan on the field.
Hurry up. Get off the field. Hurry up.
And you're going to get some love on the Philadelphia bench by Hulk.
Chandler Brown. And you standing right behind him. Look at that guy. Look at that.
Don't cheat me out of my 8-pack app.
Which you'll drink later, right? Oh, my.
Twice.
Now Bell trying to get everybody in the right spot after the touchdown, looking for the 2-point conversion. Gee, what are they going to do? It is Heather Roy around the left side, and she is in again. 2-point conversion is good. Wow. What do you do?
Tom, you know what we don't see enough on Sundays in the NFL is when a play works, guys keep going back to it. I see it happen all too often where a play will work 2 times and then they'll stay away from it for 4 quarters. Why not this? We've seen it for Heather Roy time and time again. And what does she do? Feels comfortable. This is what Heather likes to do and does well, so give her the football. We know Roach likes to run that cutback. Give her the football, and until somebody stops it, why the heck won't you keep running it? And Chandler Brown he lives by that philosophy.
He is smart enough to wholeheartedly buy into that.
And if it means running it 5 plays in a row and you give me 9 yards a pop, then tough. I'm going to run it 5, 6, 7 times in a row.
Dave Bizzard, same thing.
Yes,
He'll continue to do the same thing.
You don't argue with success, and both those teams you mentioned have it.
52-0, 1st and 10. Donna Paul sets up, steps up, throws, and terrific defense by Roach. Wow, what a job knocking that away.
Does that young lady get any time off?
Man, what a great job.
She's got to be exhausted at the end of football games. Now, in this game, she's had a little help from her friends running the football, so she hasn't had to do it herself. But this is such a complete team. They still got her in on defense with 52-point lead. Love it. Philadelphia is attacking still.
2nd and 10. Football at their own 15-yard line. Paul rolls around the right side, now makes a cutback across the 15, out across the 20, and she goes down hard and lost the football. And we've got a timeout. 8:25 left, 52-zip. Philly here at home. We'll be right back. Now looking for some answers.
Good luck finding them.
Yeah, Toronto. Fade back, handoff, goes up the middle, and she'll get inside the 20, down to about the 17. Sinead Thomas right there on the stop.
They give nothing. I'm going to tell you right now, the defense is saying to themselves, Tommy, we're pitching a shutout this game. Right now, they could care less about their 52. They know they're winning the game.
It's the other score.
Now it's about pride right now. Pride. Did I see a new quarterback in the game?
Yeah, Donna Paul, I think, has been injured.
I want to get back to Tyra Lusby, her injury in a second here, Tommy, that Lauren reported on.
Villa Gonzola is the one who is in. She is now at quarterback, calling out the plays. This is their 3rd quarterback. Quick throw goes to the left side. That pass is caught.
Jaleesa McCrary in on the tackle there, Tommy.
Decker, yeah, exactly.
And there's McCrary, the all-fantasy corner. Paulsboro, New Jersey, special talent. Seen her get in the end zone too. There it is. Marie Faye Villa Gonzola, give her a chance. She didn't expect, I don't think, to be in this position playing quarterback.
And it's 52-0, and Philly's teeing off.
As well they should. Pitching a shutout, as we said. Margin of victory is huge.
3rd down and 6 now. Villa Gonzola fades back, got some pressure, steps up, heaves one down the field, and it's incomplete. This Philly is, they're like a pack of piranhas.
They give nothing, Tommy. They give nothing. And if they do give you something, they knock the crap out of you when you got the football in your hands and try to separate your head from the football, which is okay.
Yeah, that's what you do.
From your body. Now, real quick, Tyra Lusby, just to update people, a clavicle that's kind of possibly pushing on her chest. Down her chest, which may require surgery. And if it's a broken clavicle, it means she's going to miss the rest of the season. Our best wishes to Tyra Lusby in a very, very awful, awful situation, and prayers with her and her family.
Villa Gonzola has got to hurry, and I don't think they got the playoff in time. They had a little confusion on 4th and 6.
Always going to happen with a new quarterback in when they're not used to the cadence, not used to getting the play in. Villa Gonzola is new at this position, so a little bit of delay, reading her wristband and getting the play in to her, giving her a chance at the line of scrimmage. And Tommy, while obviously Lusby's health is the most important thing, and people are going to say, well, how does it affect Philly on the field? Well, it affects because she's a great football player, but they've got so many weapons. But more importantly, Get healthy, Tyra. It's terrible.
4th and 11 now. Villagonzola had to wait to get that snap. Now rolls out to the right side. She's going to... Oh,
man!
My! Heather Roy, among others, Jaleesa McCrary. Wow, what a hit.
So you want to run the football in the open field. Watch this now. And Perfetto, McCrary, Roy. It's a punishing football team. And they are showing no pity.
What do you got, Lauren?
Well, guys, an injury update on quarterback Donna Paul for Toronto. It could be a possible torn PCL on her right knee. It's being iced right now. Trainers are working on it. I asked her if she's going to be coming back in tonight's game. She said she sure hopes so. Doctors are not as optimistic, guys.
Well, yeah, if it's torn, I would think so. Handoff goes around the left side. Here's Heather Roy. Roy just motors up the field.
Yeah, Tommy.
And that's first down.
If it's torn,
it's done.
And there's 4 minutes to go in the game, Donna, we know how tough you are. Don't be a hero.
Yeah.
Okay, don't be a hero. And then stay on the side. So we've had, and if folks at home, you want to know if this is a physical game, if these girls mean business, they're not playing for the fellas' salaries. They're playing because they want to bust butt and put their butt on the line to go out there and play great football.
Bell fades back, looking down the field, throws, and it is caught. Orgies right there, touchdown.
How do you do?
What a throw, what a catch, and a touchdown.
Christy Bell's listening to the broadcast saying, oh, so we can't throw the deep ball yet, huh? So what'd she do? Responds with a great throw, and that is how you do it. Was that Steph Orgy goes up to get it, Tommy?
Yep, it sure was. That's a great catch.
Off play action fake, and great job by Christy Bell using her eyes, gets single coverage on the right side, looks the safety off left so she can't drive on it, and makes the throw.
2-point conversion. They hand off to Heather Roy again. Roy comes around the left side. She waltzes in, and Heather Roy has just dominated these 2-point conversions.
How many times are we going to see the underneath handoff going left sweep to Heather Roy?
Many times as they score.
Now, Toronto, I'm coaching you for a second. Put 6 players to the left side. Your defensive right, exactly. Make a play. Wow. And you know what, Tommy, these Toronto girls like your Donna Paul wants to still play. And give them a chance in the future to get some players and have a full season and off season to work.
Right.
It'll be a different ball game. But right now, as a lot of expansion teams do, although Vegas will say, not us, Cat, not us.
Right.
It takes some growing pains, and Toronto's going through that.
Villagonzola comes in at quarterback. She's back in the gun. Fades back. Rolls out, looking, spins, and her pass is incomplete. How did she get that pass off?
I don't think she even knows that, Tommy.
As she was going down, somehow she threw the ball. It's incomplete.
And in Toronto, guys, in their first 2 games, Tom, they scored 20 points.
Yeah.
Gave up 90, scored 20. Well, we're adding, 60 to this minimum?
And
minimum, but we're not done?
We're not done
318
yet.
means they can score 2 more times if they want. And then 20 points, and they're getting pitched a shutout. Amazing job by Philly tonight.
Villagonzola fades back again, steps up, throws, and this one's picked off. Jenna Robertson right there, and Robertson has it down to the 18-yard line. Philly's got the football again.
That was Perfetto, Tommy. Perfetto looked like an option. Yeah, Perfetto stepping in there. Doesn't buy play action, sits in the hole, stares it down, and Perfetto sitting in the hole. She's made tackle after tackle, and she jumps in and shows her hands in the open field and proves that she can play in space. Great job, and there's your MVP. You could have given it to about 5 people. 5 attempts, 58 yards, 2 touchdowns by Jenny Butler, and also was cracking heads playing defense too, Tommy.
She delivered some shots.
You bet.
1st and 10 now.
Could have chose from anybody. They still got their starters and players in the game.
Handoff. Goes to Butler, comes around the left side. Nice cut back inside the 10. She's down near the 5, down to the 4-yard line. It's 1st and goal, Philly. Jenny Butler with a terrific run. And Butler a little slow to get up, make sure she's okay.
Tommy, we had, 66 scored last week? Or how many did we have last week?
68, I think.
68?
Yeah.
Said it was so much we couldn't count. We need a calculator. Make a point here in a second.
1st and goal. There's Butler again, comes around that left side. She gets down to about the 1-yard line before she's finally driven back. Decker there on the stop. And get a little physical finally, Toronto.
Well, why not? Just 60 points later.
Yeah.
Tommy, it was 6 points was given up last week. What about this, Tommy? What about... Let me get to that in a second.
All right, here's 3rd and goal. Handoff goes to Butler again, and Decker right there on the stop. Butler didn't get anywhere. I think she got right to the goal line.
I'm going to hit that point in a second, Tommy.
All right, we'll take a break and come right back. 60-0. Passion number 1 is still rolling at home. Next week, we hit the West Coast to where Jessica Hopkins and the Seattle Mist fight for their playoff lives against the powerhouse LA Temptation, their gunslinger Ashley Salerno, and our old buddy Dave Bizza back as head coach of LA. Can't wait to get all the inside info from Biz this week.
There's going to be some stuff, some jockeying going on with that game, huh? Some attitude.
4th and goal. 4th and goal here. Philly looking for a win. Handoff goes to Butler again, and Butler is in. Touchdown.
Just adds to her MVP award in the game. Another touchdown for Jenny Butler. Tommy, point I was making. We watched Orlando hang 60-plus on Cleveland, right?
Last week, yeah.
Exactly. So that was the most we've seen an LFL team put on the board.
Right.
So are we staring? Is there a chance Chandler Brown wants this record and margin of victory?
A chance?
I mean, is there a chance of this?
Oh, yeah.
I think you may be right. And, well, right now it's 66, trying to get themselves a 2-pointer.
Handoff. This time it's Janae Thomas who comes around that left side. Oh, my. And she got in. Defender is saying she did not. The official says she did.
Ooh, I kind of like the defensive play. Is that Divine Burton?
Yeah.
Great job by her. Matter of fact, she's been the one of the girls in this season has played with unbelievable energy and competitiveness. Got in a little fight earlier. Santa Claus says yes, it's a touchdown. See, in Philly, they've sometimes thrown snowballs at Santa Claus.
Oh, they didn't like Santa Claus a few times there.
Now they're waving it off. I think he said no good, but they're putting it on the board as good. Well, we'll check. Either way, I don't think that they took the 2 points off, so it is 66. So Divine Burton got her wish and made the tackle. Tommy, she's shown some energy and a nice job. And here's what the best thing you can say about Toronto. Score looks like they quit playing, but they haven't. They're at least showing me some energy.
Santa hadn't quit.
Claus is like, man, what can I get you for Christmas? Thank you, Philly.
Villa Gonzola, their backup quarterback, fades back, steps up. Now she wants to run it. Now a little flip pass, and it's incomplete. She's looking for Burton and trying to make something happen. You got to give her a little credit, right?
At this stage, there's no X's and O's breakdown, Tommy. At this stage, you pull anything out you can. You do whatever you can. And right now, see Toronto just trying not to have a shutout thrown on them.
Handoff goes to Decker, and Decker maybe got a yard. Janae Thomas right there just hammered her down. Wow.
Man, and then talk about a team that had to quit playing.
Yeah.
This is feast. This is stats build up. This is pad the stats for the all fantasy. And I believe Jenny Butler, Tommy, they kill the clock. I believe Jenny Butler, one thing I want to make a point, I believe she's been nominated, Tommy, for defensive MVP this year. I believe she's been nominated for defensive MVP, which means that she's also been the MVP because of her offensive play tonight. So Butler, I believe, has been nominated for Defensive Player of the Year.
How about that? And the problem for Philly is they've got so many great players that it could split that vote up just a little bit. We'll have to talk about who you're going to vote for. Minute 13 left. It is 4th down, 4th and 10. Villa Gonzola fades back, rolls out, under some pressure, steps up, throws, and it's incomplete. Jaleesa McCrary just reached out and knocked that one down. Again, where do you attack Philly?
You're asking me? I'd have thrown 3 picks already. I don't know if you can, Tommy. I don't know if you got to win on first down and they haven't done it. When you're in 2nd, 3rd long, and 4th and long, you got no shot because they're teeing off. You asked me about the defensive MVP.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good football player in Baltimore, isn't there?
Yeah, there are pretty good football players everywhere.
And there's a really good defensive player in
Tampa.
Tampa, yeah. So
In LA.
yeah, you think?
Seattle.
Yes, sir.
Cam Warner. I mean, you go around the league, the teams that are successful have a stud.
Gorman's pretty good.
Gorman's pretty good. Yeah, one of my favorites.
I think she just hit us again, Tommy.
Yeah. She may. Handoff goes right up the middle. Oh, what a great tackle. And Toronto showing a little life here.
And I'll bet you Philly continues to attack because They'd like to break that 70 barrier, Tommy. And if they have like 3 seconds on the clock, they can still score. But I like how Toronto still compete.
Yeah, absolutely.
Philly, you're pretty good. Pretty good.
Bell comes up under center. Handoff. That's Mary Rose Roach. She'll get inside the 15, down to about the 13. And something Toronto's doing now. They're keying on that ball carrier, and they're making some stops.
Oh, absolutely. It's too bad that they didn't dominate and push at the line of scrimmage earlier in this game. And have this same attitude, trying to get points and trying not to let Philly score again. We got a timeout. I guess that ought to tell you.
Chandler Brown just called the timeout. He wants 70. You know he wants 70.
I guess he wants to break the record for points in a game and margin of victory, Tommy. They're going to pitch the shutout in the game.
What do you got, Lauren?
Well, guys, for Philly right now, they are tied for the most points scored in a single game at 68 with Orlando from last week. If they score this TD, they will hold the league record for all 3 years of the LFL. And I did talk to Christy Bell before the half, and she basically said, hey, we are not letting off the gas. We took what happened to Tyra personally. And you know what? There's a point differential at stake here in the playoffs. So they are focused, they are ready. They're treating this like the lingerie bowl, guys.
Yeah, Chandler wants to be the #1 seed.
And why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
When there's first and second place is the first loser, although in this case you both go to the playoffs.
And you want records. You got a chance, as Lauren mentioned, you want record. You want to score that many points. You want to prove to the world that you can score more points than anybody.
Bell gets her offense set. Great snap, looking down the field. Pump fakes once, now throws, and it is caught. Orgy's got it, and she is going down. And about the 5 or 4 yard line, Orgy is right there.
What a gunshot that was by Christy Bell. Little sidearm pitch to the perimeter. You're messing around, are they going to get the playoff?
First down, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Hey, stopping the clock. With 2.8 seconds left. You think they don't want 70 plus?
Oh, you think?
Now, if you want to win, if you want that 70, what do you do with the football right now?
I hand it to Roach. I put her back there, I toss it to her,
and let her run the football. Guess who's back there? Bell hands to Roach, comes around the right side, lowers that shoulder. Touchdown, Philly. There is your LFL record.
There is, hey, you think Mary Rose Roach, that was a 68-point lead run? Normally those are the type of kind of tiptoe, maybe step out of bounds or, go down. No, watch the collision at the goal line, folks, with the world's best football player. Watch this. Bounce. You're going to come up and greet me at the goal line. Hello. Oh, my goodness. That's a headache. Motion, please.
Not what was the number of that truck, what was the number of that train?
Freight train running through. So Mary Rose Roach wanted to get in the end zone again, I take it, Tommy.
That's what I would think, yeah.
Look at the total yards difference. Forget the time of possession. That doesn't matter when Philly's playing. 256 yards, 198 rushing yards. They will never lose a game with those numbers.
Unbelievable job. Philly's celebrating. Their season's over. They're going to the playoffs. They'll take on the winner of the battle for I-4, Tampa and Orlando, which is coming up in a couple weeks. But Philly can just sit back and wait now. They will be the top seed. They're going to the playoffs. They'll be in L.A. come late January looking for that spot.
And they got a record on their hands, too.
Well, that's it, partner. Philly with the win. Terrific job. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next week.